Sir Squire, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Squire's viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so the Cornelis are now unhappy. That's the Greens, isn't it? Yeah. So we basically need to replace one of the reds with a green. You're only a 6. Unfortunately, after Babolkus, the rest of the greens are kind of useless. Hang on, didn't... Yes, we can have another green from here. Here we go. Oh man, you're terrible. Manius Cornelius Arvina. This is entirely a political position. I don't really need the 4th officer, so this is just to keep your family happy. And they should no longer be scorned after that. He's not. Why is that still showing? 303. So the 2 guys that are in the Legion are counting. They're missing someone. They're missing the console. So the fact that the guy leads the entire nation is apparently not being taken into account. And there's a green there. So Gnaeus Cornelius, who's a green, is the console. There's a green in the government itself, that's this guy, and they have 2 generals. Oh, he actually has to be in command, he can't just be one of the commanders. I see how it is. That is very unfortunate, though actually having him as the sieger doesn't make much of a difference, because there's no difference in siege ability between a level 5 and a level 9. If it was a level 5 and level 10, there would be a difference. The wealthier residents of Portus Veneris have sent a formal petition on behalf of the entire province complaining about the harsh ways of the governor, Metius Junius Pertinax. So, Metius. What's up with you? Wait until the end of the month. We did. Gnaeus Cornelius gains corruption, you gain loyalty. Gnaeus Cornelius gains popularity, you lose loyalty. Or we kick him out entirely. Nonsense! Metius is doing a fine job. We're pretty good at paying off corruption, so I'm not that concerned about gaining a bit. I wonder, if I switch you now, are you still going to be upset? No. So it is just that it wasn't counting the fact that he was in the army. For whatever reason. Alright, well, we know how to fix it at least. So how is the rest of the world doing? Macedon's still alive. Antigonid, Cappadocia and Phrygia still seem to be split. Thrace has lost a lot of land. Actually, Thrace has lost a ton of land to Macedon. Armenia's still around. The Seleucids are still around. Egypt's still there. Carthage is growing a little bit. I don't think they're growing a huge amount, though. Avernia is gaining some. Oskia is gaining some. And Moria, I don't think, starts as big as they used to. Which is good, because India was kind of boring. Or at least boring looking. Is Carthago destroyed? No. Oh, we just lost our really good general. Damn. And that's made them scorned again, because he was one of the Greens. Well, that's a bit of a wibble. Am I going to have to promote a second useless Green? I totally am, aren't I? Part of the problem is, I think you just don't have enough family members. Your family is smaller than the others. And they're just not very good. Like, the only reasonably talented person that the Cornelii have is this fellow. 4755. Alright, Camillus isn't terrible at zeal. So maybe we can put you into a zealous position. Which would be one of these two. And we did say earlier that the Reds have lots and lots of jobs. So I'm going to say you. Sorry, Mr. Blind Man. Replacing a 7 with a 6. I mean, it's not a huge loss. Although your statesmanship leaves a lot to be desired. Lofty notions. Publius Fabius Sophus and his dreams of high office are fairly well known to the Senate of Rome. Oh, so you finally finished your I want a job thing. So you want to become Vulnarius, which is taking a position from one of your own family. Replacing a level 7 with a level 3. And it's our doctor. I mean, actually, you want to replace the doctor with yourself. You suck at doctoring. And you're already 72 with gout. Sure. Kill yourself off. Oh wait, Sophus. No, Sophus is actually good at the job. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong person. That has just gone and scorned the Greens again. I did not realise that was going to happen. Okay. Wait, what? You won the siege first? But you don't have any siege engines. These guys have the sieges. Alright then. Okay. I think I'm just going to have to suck up the fact that you guys are scorned, because you are so bad. I'm not going to sacrifice the entire Republic for you. And you guys are so useless that even if you do decide to try to start a civil war, what are you going to do exactly? Okay, that's that one done. The rich and the wealthy Boni are looking to Polis for their investments these days as they try to improve the general area, some say for their own interest's sake. No matter who it's for, Appius Claudius Caecus has managed to convince several senators to follow his line in this matter and are demanding that Gnaeus Cornelius take a personal interest in this matter. So we lose 80 political influence. The Boni consider their agenda achieved. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. Where is this? Dodecapolis. It's an area that really doesn't need fortifications. It's like the Roman heartland. Oh, so I could have got this cheap had I done it myself. Well, shoot. Fine. So what are the other agendas? Publius Sculpus Saverio, friend of Praefectus Militaris, is a governor who holds a non-researcher office. And you want the Consultum Ultimum. Which we can't pass right now anyway. Which massively increases the election term duration. No, not with the current moron in charge. Thanks, but no thanks. Pass. Hard, hard, hard pass. Can you imagine a game with Imperator map but Total War battles? Yeah, it's called Rome 2. It exists. Just bought Imperator Rome. Any beginner tips? Play the tutorial and play as Rome. Okay, and there we go. Battle, war is over. We're going to take all their things, as is usual. And this turns us into a major power. We have increased in rank and are now a major power country instead of a regional power. Since we have at least 100 territories, the following special rules can be used. We can guarantee, we can threaten war, we can support rebels, and we can have alliances. Following effects: integrated culture happiness goes up, capital import routes goes up, integration speed goes up, monthly wages go up, diplomatic relations go up, monthly political influence goes up, war score cost goes down, diplomatic range goes up, threshold for civil wars goes down, loyalty of generals, admirals and governors goes down, and changing governor policy cost also goes down. Okay. And now, Rome is looking rather more mighty. But the first thing I need to do is decide where exactly I want my forts, because currently we have 3 of them. And our capital is in Metapontum. I don't think that's where we want you. Well, let's see if we get the Colonia. Which might actually be this. It is. Because what we can do is destroy the Apulians. And there it is. Conquest of Apulia. The Messapi and Apuli and their endless squabbling and plotting with the Greek cities are finally at an end. The way to Greece itself is clear, if we can only find the strength to cross the sea. With this newly conquered territory comes the inevitable parcelling of land and distribution of promises, but it is up to us to decide which township will become the Roman hub of the area. So we can have Hydruntum, the gateway to Greece, which is here, which has a population of 15, it is farmland and it produces earthenware, which makes citizens happier and increases the output of freemen. It can be Lupiae, which is here, which produces fish, has a population of 12 and is also farmland. Or it can be Tarentum, which is farmland and produces horses. Now, historically, I think that Tarentum is actually one of the biggest cities down here. It's certainly the location of like one of the biggest ports. I often do my ship repairs in Hearts of Iron 4 playing as Italy and Tarentum. Or it can be Brundisium, which produces olives. but is not a city. Tarentum is. Tarentum's the only city. However, upgrading is basically a free city. So I'm going to say probably not Tarentum. I'm thinking one of these. I'm thinking maybe Hydruntum. And we'll continue upgrading this place as a massive port location. Even if the port for some reason is in this sea zone instead of this one. And I like the fact it produces earthenware, although that may change when we upgrade it. I mean, we could also upgrade Lupier instead, which would then probably change the fish to something else. I think I'd like to keep the earthenware. And we'll switch out fish to something more useful. I mean, fish is good. Fish is more food supply. Maybe we want to keep the fish in that province. Oh no, it's got 3 sets of olives, 2 sets of vegetables, 2 sets of fish. Yeah, you know what? We're going to upgrade you. We're going to make this in Hydruntum. Because unfortunately Tarentum is automatically disallowed for being a horse producer. Hydruntum it is. And that also means that Hydruntum, when the... You know what, I'm just going to tear it down so I remember to do this. Tearing you down, tearing you down, tearing... Whoa, that's a massive freaking fortress here. Too bad. And here. Wow, these guys were massively over their fortification. Well, it's 2 different settlements, 2 different nations, wasn't it? Oh well. And we were going to turn Capua. Oh no, you've already got Diana. Who was it? It was Croton. No, it wasn't. It was... Yes, it was Croton. We were going to turn Croton into the Temple of Mercury. Except now we're lacking the political influence because we literally just had to spend that. Damn it. Also, one of our faction leaders just died. Who is it? It is the Blues. Publius Junius Mus. Oh, you've been around a while. Oh, you're automatically building a mine for me. That's awfully generous. Okay, so the capital has once again got another available import route. And with you, I would like to see if we can get papyrus again. We can, from Ionia. Done. I'm hoping that provinces where you have a lot of happiness will see a lot of migration. So keeping these guys as happy as they are, and believe me, they are incredibly happy. Rome is a lovely place to live. We'll see a lot of migration to this settlement. I don't know how population growth works anymore, though. It used to be there was a little bar that showed pop growth. In fact, there were 2 different bars. There was one which was migration, there was one which was growth. That's since obviously changed. I don't know how. There isn't a lot of room left, no. We need this to become an 80 so then I can build the metropolis, which requires a population of 80 minimum. There it is. Hellenic Roman slave is currently being grown. Migration. Migration attraction plus 11. This value represents how desirable a territory is to potential migrants. The higher the number in relation to other territories, the more pops will wish to move here. Cool. And we need another martial researcher. This needs to be whoever is just the most adept at the job, and that is going to be you. Oh, you're the Greek guy that fled to us. Teach us how the Greeks fight, please. We still have that scorned family. Don't think there's a huge amount we can do about it, although the reds and the yellows both have too many. The blues and the greens both have too few. However, Lucius Fabius Violens is a level 9 commander. He's a yellow. Yellows have too many already. Damn it! And the reds. Green, here we go. He's a level 7, he's not terrible. Alright, we've got a blue. Now we just need a green somewhere. I quite like this scorned family, content family system. It makes for interesting decisions. It basically forces you to play political favoritism, which I think is very realistic for the era. Definitely a fair amount of nepotism being shown here. So the yellows and the reds still have too many. Best person we have is a 5. You'd be replacing a 6. This is for aggressive expansion, which just hasn't been a problem for us because we're Rome. Alright, switch you out. It's a bit of a downgrade, but that does mean that all of our families are now content. We have starving populations in Tarentum. That's just this month because of the sieges. So what can we import? We can import grain. We definitely want to import grain. From Phrygia? Sure. That should resolve the food problems. Alright, let's move the ships back to Ostia so they can repair. Fleet's growing massively. Oh, he just died. Great, okay. Well, this position can theoretically go to anybody. Still showing you as scorned. There we go. Refreshes. Apparently it doesn't take into account military positions immediately. Well, we don't need to worry about huzzah, who is what place. You're a very good military guy. You're also quite young still, so you can learn about that position. Jamie, thank you very much for the 7-month primary subscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there. Thank you. And Cromax, Nikros, Thibron, Cosmin31, Tesia, Luna both, Random Guy number 5, and the Muffin Man. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us today. Okay, so armies may as well return to Tiber, where they will then resume training. Ah, Tame the Brutians has been done. What's this? Assimilation speed goes up. So who is Elia? You're someone on whom I have a claim. You're in a defensive alliance with Syracuse. whom we are not allied to anymore. So one of the nations that we do really want to kick out here is Syracuse. We were making friends with them because they were basically acting as a counterweight to Carthage. I don't think that we need that anymore. Although I am curious to see what Carthage's population's like at this point. 1,000. I'm bigger. I'm 50% bigger than Carthage. Alright, so here we go. I think what we are going to do is start doing some fiddlesticks. No, we can't do fabrications because we do not have the political influence. I've clearly been spending that too aggressively recently. Can we see how many ships you have? 33. 33 to my 25. And it's Carthage. Their ships are almost certainly better than ours, simply because of their traditions. Right, you guys can get back to drilling. Then I think what I might do is bring in a couple more troops. There we go. That's a full force. The Legion is now as big, I believe, as it can get. Where does it say what... Ah, here. 24. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Legio Mordredus. Scandal is unfortunately part of everyday life in the Roman Senate. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Lucius Fabius Violens has found a flagrant delicio with his lover Portia Tertia by his spouse Cornelia Tertia. Rome gained approval from the Popularis, which is actually not a bad thing. They are very upset with us at the moment. Cornelia and Portia see themselves as rivals. Fine. Not bothered. Open-ended question to anyone who cares to answer. What do you consider the most interesting nation? Spain Imperator. No, not necessarily the best, just the most interesting. Well, I would definitely rate Rome. Rome has been really quite interesting so far. I hadn't played a very long game with them before, and I'm enjoying this. I still have a real soft spot for the Langobards. I don't think that now they'll be as interesting, simply because there's a lot more interesting nations, but I just like the entire idea behind the migratory factions. I just wish they had a bit more to them. Likewise with all the so-called quote-unquote barbarians. Macedon's been highly rated, Thrace has been highly rated, Sparta's been highly rated, Massilia, which is this guy, is highly rated because they are a Greek city-state surrounded by barbarians, with the nascent rise of Rome coming as well. Then all of the Antigonids have just received a bunch of content, so the Seleucids, the Antigonid Kingdom, and I think that's the third one, Macedonia and Thrace. I don't know if Phrygia and Cappadocia have as well, they might. Syracuse is often a popular one too, Carthage. Bactria could be interesting, the Hellenes bordering India.